For nearly 2 decades, Rachael Ray was a constant presence in daytime television, bringing quick recipes and approachable energy into millions of homes through The Rachael Ray Show. Her style was never overly polished or distant. It felt real, like cooking alongside a friend who understood busy schedules and everyday challenges. So when her long-running show came to an end in 2023, after 17 successful seasons, it marked more than just the closing of a program. It felt like the end of a routine that many viewers had quietly built into their daily lives. But for Ray, the decision wasn't about stepping away. It was about moving forward. She had spent years building not just a television career, but a broader brand that included cookbooks, products, and production ventures. Ending the show gave her the space to explore new ideas and formats that better reflected where she was in life. While some fans initially saw her absence as a disappearance, it was actually the beginning of a quieter, more personal phase of her career, reinventing life beyond daytime television. After stepping away from her talk show, Rachael Ray didn't slow down. She simply shifted direction. Through her production company, Free Food Studios, she began creating content that felt more intimate and less structured than traditional television. A major partnership with A&E Networks allowed her to expand this vision, leading to new projects like Meals in Minutes and Rachael Ray in Tuscany. These shows placed her back in environments that felt authentic, her own kitchen, her own rhythm, her own pace. Instead of bright studio lights and formal interviews, viewers saw a more relaxed version of Ray, often cooking alongside her husband or family members. It was a shift that reflected not just a career move, but a personal evolution. However, the transition wasn't perfectly communicated to audiences. Many longtime viewers simply didn't know where to find her new work, which created the impression that she had stepped away entirely. In reality, she was still working consistently, just in a space that required audiences to follow her rather than stumble upon her. When public perception begins to shift, as Ray's visibility changed, so did public perception. Without a daily television presence, small changes became more noticeable to fans who followed her through clips and appearances. People began commenting on differences they thought they observed: her voice, her pace, her overall presence. In today's digital world, even subtle changes can quickly become topics of widespread discussion. It's important to approach these moments with perspective. Public figures are constantly evolving, and short video clips rarely tell a complete story. Ray herself addressed some of the speculation in a straightforward way, explaining that temporary health-related discomfort had affected her speech at times. She also acknowledged that life outside the camera had included physically demanding moments that required recovery. Rather than fueling speculation, she chose to keep details limited and focus on continuing her work. Her response reflected a balance between transparency and privacy, a reminder that not every aspect of a public figure's life is meant to be fully explained or analyzed in public spaces. Personal loss beyond the spotlight. In late 2025, Rachael Ray experienced something far more profound than career changes or public speculation: the loss of her mother, Elsa Scuderi. It was a deeply personal moment that she shared with honesty, describing not only the sadness, but also a sense of gratitude for the life they had shared. Her mother had been a major influence in shaping her love for food, work ethic, and outlook on life. Rather than presenting the loss in purely somber terms, Ray spoke about it with warmth, focusing on memories and the time they had together. It offered a glimpse into a side of her life that audiences rarely see: the quiet, emotional experiences that exist far from cameras and production schedules. Grief, especially when shared publicly, often reveals strength in unexpected ways. In Ray's case, it showed a grounded perspective, one that values connection and reflection over performance. It reminded many people that behind every public figure is a personal story unfolding in real time, facing challenges with resilience. The past few years have tested Rachael Ray in ways that go far beyond television. In 2020, her home in upstate New York was severely damaged by a fire, an event that disrupted not just her living space but also years of personal history and memories. Despite the loss, she continued working, adapting quickly, and filming from alternative spaces. Soon after, her New York City apartment faced flooding, adding another layer of disruption during an already difficult time. These experiences could have easily slowed her down, but instead, they revealed a pattern of resilience. Ray has often spoken about her hands-on approach to life, whether in the kitchen or at home, and that same mindset carried her through these challenges. She didn't step back from her work. She adjusted and kept going. These moments, though difficult, helped shape the more grounded and reflective version of herself that audiences see today. They also highlight something important. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, but about continuing forward in spite of it. A strong partnership behind the scenes. Throughout these ups and downs, one constant in Rachael Ray's life has been her relationship with her husband, John Cusimano. Married since 2005, the couple has navigated both public attention and private challenges together. Their dynamic, often described by Ray as open and expressive, reflects a relationship built on communication and honesty. Rather than presenting a perfectly polished image, she has spoken candidly about the realities of maintaining a long-term partnership. This authenticity has resonated with many people, offering a more relatable view of marriage than what is often portrayed in media. Cusimano has also become more visible in her recent projects, appearing alongside her in cooking segments and adding to the relaxed, home-centered atmosphere of her newer shows. Their partnership is not just personal, it's collaborative, blending their lives in a way that feels natural rather than staged. In a career filled with transitions, this steady relationship has provided a sense of continuity and support, creativity, growth, and new directions. Even as she navigates personal and professional changes, Rachael Ray continues to explore new creative outlets. Her podcast, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, offers a different side of her personality, one that leans into conversation, reflection, and unscripted storytelling. It's less about instruction and more about connection, featuring discussions with people from various backgrounds. This shift shows her willingness to evolve beyond the format that first made her famous. She is no longer just the quick meal expert. She is a storyteller, a producer, and a collaborator. Her work today reflects a broader perspective, shaped by years of experience and recent life events. Rather than chasing the same kind of visibility she once had, she appears more focused on meaningful projects that align with her current interests. This kind of growth is often less visible but more lasting, as it builds a foundation for long-term relevance rather than short-term attention. A story still unfolding. Rachael Ray's journey is far from over. While recent years have brought change, loss, and moments of uncertainty, they have also opened the door to reinvention and deeper self-expression. Her story is no longer just about quick recipes or television success. It's about navigating life's complexities while continuing to create and connect. For longtime fans, the changes may feel unfamiliar at first, but they also offer a chance to see a more complete version of someone they have followed for years. The public narrative may shift, and speculation may come and go, but the core of her work remains the same, bringing people together through food, conversation, and shared experience. As she continues this new chapter, one thing is clear: she hasn't disappeared. She's simply evolving, on her own terms, in her own time.